Welcome to Living Our Values, the CSB Way. This online session is an engaging, reflective learning experience designed to deepen understanding and connection to our core values. Through interactive exercises, real-world examples, and personal reflection, you'll explore how our values serve as the foundation of a culture rooted in shared purpose and professional excellence. You'll map your personal values, compare them to CSB's, and identify how you can bring these values to life in your role. This course fosters alignment between individual behaviors and organizational culture by encouraging courageous conversations, bold ideas, and intentional growth. At Community Shelter Board, we serve in 3 interconnected roles that power our mission and shape the way we show up every day. We are a unified funding agency. We manage and distribute continuum of care funds as designated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Development, also known as HUD, ensuring accountability, efficiency, and compliance. We are a system leader. We coordinate a community-wide response to homelessness in Columbus and Franklin County, aligning efforts to help people move quickly to stable housing. We are a regional catalyst. We drive change by influencing policy, innovating solutions, and advancing justice in collaboration with government, funders, service providers, and the public. We are at a crossroads. Without deeply affordable housing, the system breaks down. When housing exits don't exist, people stay stuck. Shelters overflow. Stability becomes unreachable. A responsive system requires a full spectrum of housing, especially what's been missing most. Housing that's affordable to individuals earning under $31,000 per year. Our vision is clear, a world where everyone has a safe and stable place to call home. Our mission leads the way, leading the coordinated response to homelessness in Franklin County and Central Ohio. And our strategic direction calls us forward. By 2028, CSB will shift to a system of housing readiness. At CSB, our culture is grounded in shared purpose and professional excellence, a belief that every action contributes to something greater than ourselves. Shared purpose means we act in service of something beyond individual roles or preferences. We stay rooted in our mission, align around collective goals, and make decisions that move the system forward. Professional excellence means we show up prepared, follow through, and grow. It's the discipline to act with integrity, the clarity to focus on what matters, and the courage to deliver results with compassion. Excellence isn't perfection, it's consistency, ownership, and deep respect for the work, the mission, and the people impacted by our actions. Shared purpose grounds us. Professional excellence moves us. Together, they ensure we show up with heart, clarity, and impact because our values deserve to be lived, not just stated. Values are the principles and beliefs that shape how you think, behave, and make decisions. They influence how you lead, how you show up for others, and how you contribute to a shared mission. Before you learn about CSB's values, take a moment to consider your own. What values guide how you work, lead, and interact with others? Once you have identified or selected your values, add a short definition to each one. Hold on to this list as you will use it later in the session. Do you need a creative spark? Browse the list on page 5 of your participant guide to get ideas flowing. Choose what resonates or name your own. Pause the video and begin mapping your personal values. Restart the video once you're finished. Our core values shape what our culture looks like, feels like, and requires of each of us. These values aren't just words on a page, they are the heartbeat of our culture. When lived consistently, they guide our decisions, shape leadership, and align our responses to complex challenges. They strengthen our workplace, our system, and ultimately, outcomes for the people we serve. Our core values are inspiration. We ignite change through bold, daring action. Collaboration. We create lasting impact through meaningful partnerships. We champion justice and fairness in everything we do. Innovation. We don't wait. We shape the future through ideas and experimentation. Integrity. We lead with trust, transparency, and action that inspires. People-centric. We center the well-being of people even when it's tough or unpopular. Now let's explore how each value shows up in our daily work. Let's start with the core value inspiration, which means we ignite change through bold, daring action. What does that look like in action? Here's an example. Imagine a team member proposing a bold new approach to strengthen outreach and improve successful housing outcomes. Now consider your team's work. Then take a moment to answer the questions on page 6 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. Now let's talk about collaboration, which means we create lasting impact through meaningful partnerships. Picture us convening a learning cohort to help partner agencies meet a new HUD requirement, choosing support over penalties. Now consider your team's work and take a moment to answer the questions on page 7 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. What do we mean when we say just? It means that we champion justice and fairness in everything we do. What if we analyzed our data and learned that a specific demographic of individuals is underserved in our system? Take a moment to answer the questions on page 7 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. Innovation means we don't wait. We shape the future through ideas and experimentation. Imagine testing predictive modeling to identify families at risk of losing housing support and using flexible funding to intervene. Consider your team's work and take a moment to answer the questions on page 8 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. Integrity means we lead with trust, transparency, and action that inspires. What if we discovered a data error during a funding allocation process and we chose to correct it transparently, even though it might be hard? Consider your team's work and take a moment to answer the questions on page 8 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. Our last core value, but certainly not least, is people-centric, which means we center the well-being of people even when it's tough or unpopular. Let's say we redesign our partner funding application and pause to co-create with smaller, newer partner agencies led by women and leaders of color to reflect the demographics to those served by the system. Consider your team's work and take a moment to answer the questions on page 9 of the participant guide. Pause the video to do so and restart it when you've finished. Now that you've explored our core values, compare them to the personal values you mapped out at the beginning of this session. Take a moment to answer the questions in the Compare and Reflect section of the participant guide on page 9. Pause the video to do so and restart it once you've finished. While our values define what we stand for, our culture defines how we operate. It brings our values to life in every interaction, decision, and relationship. It shapes how we show up for one another, lead system change, and create the conditions for progress. As we strive to rise to the moment, it's important to reflect on how we're growing personally and professionally. Reflect on the questions on page 10. Pause the video to complete this task and restart it once you've finished. As part of our commitment to making values real in our daily work, we're evolving how we reflect and grow through performance conversations. The current values section of the performance conversation document will be removed. In its place, we'll introduce a culture and values objective, a performance goal that reflects how you live CSB's values in your role. As we introduce our new values and culture into our performance conversations, we're not only asking how you show up, we're asking what impact your presence and professionalism have on outcomes. This is how we honor our shared purpose with clarity, compassion, and excellence. The Culture and Values rubric is included with the content for this class. It illustrates what each value looks like across the different stages of our performance ratings. This will help guide your self-assessment and growth planning. Finally, your leader will invite you to a Culture and Values integration session where your team will reflect on this class together and explore how to apply these insights as a group. Thank you for taking the time to invest in living our values the CSB way.